There isn't a train I wouldn't take, said Edna St. Vincent Millay. Today we talk about the trains and the journeys which remain within us for one or the other reasons. When I was small, I used to wait in one of those benches waiting for a train. The time that is spent enjoying is never wasted, so I would watch the trains go by. There were two kinds of trains, the passenger train and the goods train. Though there was little difference in the functioning of the two, still they looked different from an artist's vision. The goods train was extra long with the added number of bogies, and they were meant to carry packs and parcels to various parts of the country. I remember the goods train never stopped at small local stations, and all that you could hear was a loud zooming noise as the goods train approached the station. But a passenger train entered with great pomp and grandeur. The arrival and departure of the passenger trains were usually conveyed for the general conveniences of the passengers, which has so far been a vital part of a railway station image. The alerting messages used to awaken the normally distracted passengers about the purpose of the visit. If children were to choose between a passenger train and a goods train, they would be impressed by the passenger train. There's a poem named From a Railway Carriage, written by Robert Louis Stevenson, describing the worth of a train and the views that we usually cherish while we travel by the train. Faster than ferries, faster than witches, bridges and houses, hedges and ditches, and charging alone like troops in a battle, all through the meadows, the horses and cattle. All of the sides of the hill and plain fly as thick as driving rain, and ever again in the wink of an eye painted stations whistle by. Here is a child who clambers and scrambles, all by himself and gathering brambles. Here's a tramp who stands and gazes, and there's a green for stringing daisies. Here is a cart run away in the road, lumping along with a man and load. And here is a mill, and there is a river, each a glimpse and gone forever. We can write and read any number of stories narrating the vividness of a train as a mode of transport. Various artists so far have tried own creative ideas depicting the beauty and the chaos relating to the station and the train, as paintings, writings, and so on. Here is one such interesting fact about a train. From the last 3 years, a train has stopped in a remote station in northern Japan to pick up just one passenger. It then stops to take her home at the end of the day. The passenger is a schoolgirl who catches the train from Kamishiwataki station at 7:04 a.m. every day to get to class in time, and returns promptly at 5:08 p.m. The train company had planned to stop the service because it was virtually unused, but then realized the schoolgirl. The station will now remain open until the girl graduates from high school, which happens to be on March 26, 2016, which is gone by. Somehow trains and railway stations still hold a nostalgic feel, with power to rekindle the moments spent in and around, taking you back to the time you had experienced it. Not forgetting the look and sound of the train, the blowing siren of the old engines, which used to alert the people of a grand homecoming. Still, if you hear the whistle from a distance, the mind takes you to the railway station as if you were traveling in the train. G.K. Chesterton, his name is very difficult, G.K. Chesterton, said, "The only way to be sure of catching a train is to miss the one before it." Here is an episode writing in an Assamese newspaper, which had come in Assamese newspaper in 1995, a tribute to the two unknown politicians from Gujarat for giving up their comfort ungrudgingly for the sake of two people from Assam. A train journey. It's about two strangers which happened in 1990. This is a story of two co-travelers who surprised the writer with the graciousness that is 24 years ago. For training in Ahmedabad, we boarded an overnight train to Gujarat's capital, this time without reservation as there wasn't enough time to arrange for them. We had been waitlisted. We met the TTE of the first class bogie and told him how we had to get to Ahmedabad. The train was heavily booked, but he politely led us to a coupe as he tried to help us. I looked at two potential co-travelers, two politicians, as could be discerned by their white khaki attire, and panicked. They are decent people, regular travelers on this route. Nothing to worry, said the TT, assuring us. One of them was in the mid-40s with a normal affectionate face, and the other was in late 30s with a warm but somewhat impervious expression. They readily made space for us by almost squeezing themselves to one corner. They were two BJP leaders from Gujarat. The names were told but quickly forgotten as names of co-passengers were inconsequential at that moment. We introduced ourselves. Two railway service probationers from Assam, and the conversation turned to different topics, particularly in the areas of history and polity. My friend was a postgraduate in history from Delhi University and was very intelligent. The senior leader was an enthusiastic participant. The younger one mostly remained quiet, but his body language conveyed his total mental involvement in what was being discussed, though he hardly contributed. After a long talk, he proposed, "Why don't you join our party in Gujarat?" The younger man forcefully interjected, "We welcome talents in our state." We both laughed it off, saying we were not from Gujarat. The food arrived, 4 veg thalis. We ate in silence. The TT then came and informed us that the train was packed and could not arrange for a berth. The two leaders immediately stood up and said, "It's okay, we'll manage." They swiftly spread a cloth on the floor and went to sleep while we occupied the berths. The next morning, as the train neared Ahmedabad, we thanked the two leaders and asked for their names again. I didn't want to forget the names of the two large-hearted fellow passengers who almost forced me to revise my opinion about politicians in general. I scribbled down the names quickly as the train was about to stop. Shankar Singh Waghela and Mr. Narendra Modi. Mr. Waghela became Chief Minister of Gujarat in 1996 and Mr. Modi the Chief Minister in 2001. This is written by Leena Sharma, who presently is General Manager of the Railway Information System, New Delhi. It's very interesting. I liked it very much. I don't know how many people still enjoy traveling by train, but some of us certainly find it heartwarming to revise the thoughts of our past train journeys, especially for we look forward to add much more of such everlasting and memorable stories with our loved ones. I like today's theme and topic very much, especially these two, especially about our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. The incident, it's very coincidental, and the picture that I've added is also something relating to this. The picture is called as Man Ki Art. The person who has done it's gifted to our Honorable Prime Minister. It's an artwork by Bijay Biswal from Odisha, railway employee. So that's it for today. Train of Thoughts. Thank you very much.